welcome to Low Carb Cafe. I'm Kelly. Today's recipe is for stuffed green peppers. I posted the recipe on my website, wannabeloser.com, but I thought I'd do an episode on it because they're really, really good. The best part about them is you can freeze them, so I often make up a double batch and then plate them up, put them in the freezer. So if I know I'm running late the next morning, I'll pull one out, thaw it, and that's my lunch the next day. So let me show you what you need for today's recipe. For today's recipe, you are going to need 2 green peppers, halved lengthwise and seeded, obviously. A half a cup of chopped onion. No, I'm sorry, a quarter cup of chopped onion. 1 clove of garlic minced, 4 ounces of shredded cheddar cheese, and 2 ounces of shredded cheddar cheese, a pound of ground beef, and the recipe calls for a half a cup of chopped tomatoes. I did not have any tomatoes in the house, so we're going to play pretend today. You can omit the tomatoes, it'll lower your carb count, but I want to go by what the recipe says. So we're going to play pretend today that I have a half a cup of chopped tomatoes. Alright, let me get started. Okay, in your large skillet, you are going to brown up the ground beef along with the onions and the garlic. The original recipe called for the green peppers to be boiled for about 3 minutes. I found this to be unnecessary because they cook well enough. It almost makes them a little too soggy if you freeze it. So I just start out with browning the beef, garlic, and the onions. And just let that brown up real good. You will have, at this point, would be a good time to set your oven to 350 degrees. And I've already drained the fat from this. You drain the fat from it. And then here's where you would add your tomatoes. So remember, we're playing pretend. So I've added my tomatoes and I cook them until they're just hot. You don't want to overcook the tomatoes because they'll shrivel up. So now I'm going to remove it from the heat. Turn that off. And add the 4 ounces of cheddar cheese. Get it nice and gooey. Alright, time to stuff the peppers. Alright, I put my peppers in an 8x8 dish, oven-safe dish. And where's my spoon? Now we're just going to spoon the meat mixture into the peppers. You guys could see my dog right now. He's so waiting for me to drop some food on the floor. And this is going to get messy. You're going to have some stuffing falling over the sides. Stuff to snack on. dropping any food for you, babe. Sorry. Okay, once these are filled, make sure they're filled evenly. Just going to sprinkle the cheese, the rest of the shredded cheddar cheese over the top. It's probably easier just to... And then you're going to pop it in the oven at 350 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes. And then we'll see how they turn out. Here's the finished product. It smells so good. I've had this before, so I know it's good. But the best part about doing a cooking show is being able to eat the finished product. It's messy, it won't be pretty. It's good. Every time I bring this to work and I microwave it, I get so many compliments on how good it smells. I've given this recipe to non-low carbers. I love it. Freezes good. It's a really good, really easy recipe. The content per serving, 4 servings, is 388 calories, 27 grams of fat, and 4 net carbs per serving. So, really good. I recommend making a double batch, freezing it for when you're strapped for time. You can just pull it out of the freezer and instant side dish or a meal. They're enough to make a meal. So, that's the stuffed green peppers recipe. Thank you for joining me on Low Carb Cafe, and I'll see you next time.